Okay, so good morning again. So we will have the second part of our discussion for this week. So again, good morning everyone. I am Ms. Christine J. Sosa, your math teacher. So we will have the part 2 of the introduction to sets, okay? Okay, so for our objective for today, so these are the targets for today's lesson. So you have to identify the different kinds of set and set operations. You have to determine the kind of elements and set operations. And lastly, you have to value the importance of set operations. So we have here the different kinds of set. So we have empty or null set, the finite set, the infinite set, equal set, equivalent set, joint set, and disjoint set. So we will discuss each of the following set one by one. For the null or empty set, so I already discussed it to you. When we say null or empty set, it has no element, okay? Then, let's have the following example. So, set O is the set of horse that fly. So, there is no horse that flies. So, that's because that is what we call null or empty set. The second one is the set of counting numbers, or set A is a set of counting numbers less than 0. Is there any counting numbers less than 0? So, there is none. That's why that belongs to a null or an empty set. Let's have the finite set, okay? When we say finite set, always bear in mind or always remember the word countable, okay? Ibig sabihin, pwede po siyang mabilang. Ibig sabihin, meron lang po siyang limit. So, example, set of odd numbers less than 15. So, when we say odd numbers less than 15, so we can easily identify or we can easily determine those odd numbers less than 15. Then, set of distinct letters in the word mathematics. So, we can identify the letters in the word mathematics and we can easily count how many elements are there on the given set. So, that is a finite set. Again, a finite set, you have to always remember the word countable. Mabibilang po. Next, let's have the infinite set. So, when we say infinite set, that is a set that has unlimited number of elements. So, ibig sabihin, not countable. So, unlimited. So, mahaba or madami yung possible na maging set niya. Let's say, for example, set N is a set of numbers or counting numbers. So, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. So, if you will see, the 3 dots, so that is called ellipses. So that represents an infinite number of elements. So ibig sabihin, meron pa siya or unlimited yung number of elements from the given set. Set O is the set of even numbers. So wala siyang limit, in general siya, though we can identify what are the even numbers. So since that is unlimited number of elements, so that is what we call infinite set. Next, we have the equal set. So when we say equal set, that refers to a set or two sets having the same element. So you are having a comparison between the two sets with the same element. So kung ano yung element ni set A, yun din yung element ni set B. Say for example, set A contains element 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then set B, you have here 3, 2, 1, and 4. Though set B is not arranged with the same arrangement with set A, so that we can still consider this as an equal set since these two sets have the same elements. The second one, set J, is a set of letters in the word ages, so A-G-E-S, and set E is a set of elements from the word sage, or S-A-G-E. Okay, so these two examples belong to what we called equal set. Next, we have equivalent. Okay, when we say equivalent, these are two sets with equal number of elements. So, kanina, equal set yung tawag natin. Pag sinabi natin equal set, they have, or the two sets containing the same element. Pag naman equivalent, these are two sets or more having equal number of elements. So, ibig sabihin, pareho lang siya ng bilang. We are not to be specific on what elements are on each set. So, let's say, for example, set A contains 1, 2, 3, and 4, and set B contains A, B, C, and D. So as you can see, they have equal number of elements. So set A has 4 elements, then set B has also 4 elements. Second example, we have here set O contains 2, 4, 6, 8, and set R contains 1, 3, 5, and 7. Though they don't contain the same elements, they are to be called equivalent since they have equal number of elements. Next, we have here the joint set. Okay, so when we say joint set, that refers to two sets having element in common. So there is a commonality between the two sets. Say for example, set A contains 1, 2, 3, and 4, and set B contains 2, 4, 6, and 8. So as you can see, based from the example or two sets that we have, what is common between set A and set B? So ano yung meron kay set A na meron din kay set B? So as you can see, we have here 2 and 4. Next, we have here set C contains ARE, letters ARE, and set D contains R, E, and D. So what is common element between the two sets? So we have here letter R and letter E. That's why they considered as a joint set. Next, we have here disjoint set. So when we say disjoint, this refers to two elements with no elements, or two sets, sorry, with no elements in common. So there is no common element between the two. Let's say for example, set A contains 1, 2, 3, and set B contains 4, 5, and 6. Then the second one, F or set F contains J, K, L, and set G contains W, X, and Y. So as you can see, based from the two sets that we have, there are no common element between the two sets. So that's why this is to be called as disjoint sets. Okay, so for our activity, so you have to identify what kind of set is being illustrated from the following example. Okay, let's have set K contains Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then set J contains elements 1, 2, and 3. So what kind of set is being illustrated from the given example? Okay, so let you think, what kind of set do you think is given? Okay, very good. That is equivalent set. Why is that equivalent set? Since these two sets, or set K and set J, has equal number of elements. Okay, so that's why it is to be called as equivalent set. So next, let's have set R contains 5, 10, 15, and 20. And set J contains 20, 5, 15, and 10. What kind of set is being illustrated from the two sets given? Okay, very good. So that is an equal set since this set R and set J has the same element. So pareho po yung containment or content na meron kay set R at saka kay set J. Very good. Next. Let's have the following. Set A, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then set J, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So what can you say about these two sets given? What kind of set is being illustrated? Okay, so that is joint set. Why joint set? Joint set meaning that is two sets with common element. Very good. Next. Okay, set R. These are the sets of distinct letters in the word Philippines. Okay, set R. Sets of distinct letters in the word Philippines. So what kind of set is being illustrated? Is it null or empty? Is it finite or infinite? Which of those three? Okay, very good. That is a finite set, since we can count, or we can easily identify what are those letters from the word Philippines. So that is countable. That's why it is finite set. Okay, next, the set of even number greater than 10. Okay, set P is the set of even number greater than 10. So what kind of set is being illustrated? Okay, very good. That is infinite set. Okay, so we can identify what are those even numbers greater than 10. So we can say that that is 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, so on and so forth. So that is infinite. So since we have here unlimited number of elements. Okay, next. The set of students, or set L, contains the set of students who went to school for classes. Okay, set of students who went to school for classes. So for the school year. Okay, what kind of set is being illustrated? Very good. That is an empty or null set. No student will go to school for their classes. So since like what we have, or what kind of setup we have right now.